To be honest, my setup is very scuffed at the moment. I'm sort of all over the place right now, so sorry if this video comes out slightly cursed. Just wanted to get something out quickly, and that's because Legxacy has basically released my album of the year. Now, true say, I'm kind of nervous to record this one. This album pulls from a lot of sounds that I grew up on in the UK. Grime, Afro swing, R&B. It very much feels like a love letter to the culture, and it sort of reminds me of what it was like to grow up in the UK. So to try and make something that sounds like even remotely similar to this is going to be kind of impossible, because it's also a very deeply personal album as well. All this to say that I'm a very big fan of this album, so I do want to thank literally anyone who had any part in putting it together. Either way, in today's one, I'm going to be trying to make a beat in the style of Legxacy's new album, Black British Music. Fortunately for me, there's a good amount of footage of Legxacy and his associates in the studio, mainly sourced from the Twitch stream of Maxwell Dent. From my understanding, they're just messing around, having fun, not taking things too seriously. So I'm going to use that track as a reference. Not going to think too hard. I'm just going to see what comes out. I'm going to put the BPM to like 173. And a lot of the samples include the pitched vocals. Now, once again, I am too conscious of my digital footprint to start singing on the YouTube homepage. So I'm going to go and look for a sample to use. And the easiest way I know is to just look up R&B samples. Now, the challenge here is going to have to be finding a playlist that I haven't already sampled from 1,000 times. What about this one? All right, we're on a channel called Ape. Sometimes these sort of like sample pack videos are good. Ooh, I think I might have found something. Don't know what the sample's called. Is it possible to download anywhere? Fine, I'll do it myself. Now, to me, this looks like Gina Thompson. Oh, it's the same album cover. It Hurts. Is it this one? I don't want to play the track for too long because YouTube will have me publicly executed. Sensational. While I would love to buy this for $4.99, it would only give me the first 20 seconds of the sample, whereas I could just yoink it from here. So anyway, the sample's in FL Studio now. I need to find the BPM. So that's the start of the sample. Also, I apologize in advance if you can hear my laptop in the background. I think it's a laptop made for gaming, so naturally it sounds like it's about to fucking take off. It sounds like 120 BPM. It's almost perfectly 120 BPM as well. So now that we have that in time, set it to stretch, BPM back to 173. Now we need to look for a nice part of the sample to chop. I'm gonna increase the pitch. What I'm going to do now is extract the stem. So I'm going to take the drums, instruments, bass, and vocals. I don't really want the drums in there. I might actually increase the volume of the bass. So now I'm going to bounce that into Edison. Now I'm left with this. I'm going to route it to a mixer, throw some effects on there. Close enough for now. Next thing I want to do, I'm just going to throw this sample into Fruity Slicer. I'm going to declick it, chop it into beats, up the attack a bit, the decay as well. I think I have an idea. I've just realized I've been silent for like the past 5 minutes. I'm sorry. I'm locked in. To be honest, from this point, I think the beat just basically makes itself. I need like the most standard snare I can find. I'm trying to keep it like as simple as possible. Need a clap. The insatiable urge to add like 50 other sounds that I don't need. Maybe a hi-hat. Maybe an open hat. I might use the open hat as a symbol, maybe like on the downbeat. I want something that sounds kind of dumb, maybe some like new jazz percussion. I feel like I'm doing no work here, bro. The sample is just hard carrying. Maybe like one more percussion sound. Sounds like an old KSI video, bro. Alright, as you can tell, there's a lot going on in this drum pattern. Very serious stuff. Probably the most important part is the 808. I don't know if you're supposed to add a kick to these beats. I had a kick to everything, so. To be honest, I think this beat is like basically done. What I am going to do though is I'm going to clone both patterns and I'm going to add variation to both. Just thought I'd mention as well, on these final notes where the sample is playing basically uninterrupted, I do shorten the notes slightly because I don't want to make it sound like it's being manipulated in some way while not actually changing the melody too much. And then as for the drums, I'm only going to make one change. I'm going to delete the original clap pattern and I'm going to play it on the downbeat, and I'm going to try and use this as a bridge section. So it should sound something like this. And I think with some love filter and stuff like that, that'll sound really nice. I think that's basically it. I don't really need to change too much. I'm going to throw everything into a mixer. I'm going to do some side chaining, some EQing, and we'll see what the final beat sounds like. Alright, this is what the final beat looks like. Most obvious thing that I've added is some low pass filter automation. I threw on a triangle low pass LFO, so the filter is sort of sweeping back and forth. I've also cut out the drums at certain points, mainly on the downbeat when the clap plays, and it's sort of trying to mimic what the sample chops are doing. Also, I enabled the love filter for the bridge section, and I've also added a respace to play underneath the sample chops, and it just follows the same basic root notes as the 808. I'll also throw the preset on screen here. To be honest, it's a very, very simple beat. Before I play the final beat, let's say thank you for watching, as always. I'm very interested to know what people's favorites are on this album. I think my personal favorites are probably Sun. Actually, no, I don't know if I can pick a favorite. It changes every other day. From the new tracks on the album, probably Sun featuring Fimi as well. I don't know, it sort of reminds me of like old school Afro swing vibes in like 2014, 2013. J Hus, Most Stack, Still Bangles, nostalgic vibes. This is what the final beat sounds like.